The invisible pain of waking up exhausted, even after sleeping. You did everything right. You went to bed on time. You avoided caffeine. You slept a full 8 hours. And yet, you wake up as if you never slept at all. Sound familiar? This is one of the most frustrating experiences for countless women dealing with mental health struggles. Waking up more tired than when they went to bed. You open your eyes and the first thing you feel isn't peace, it's exhaustion. Your body feels heavy. Your mind is foggy. You lie there wondering, why am I still so tired? Did I even sleep? What's wrong with me? You drag yourself out of bed, already starting the day with depleted energy. You move through your morning in slow motion, brushing your teeth, picking out clothes, checking your phone, yet everything feels like you're carrying bricks on your back. And the worst part? You blame yourself. Maybe you think you're lazy. Maybe you believe you're weak. Maybe you start to accept this as your new normal. But it's not, and it's not your fault. This isn't just physical tiredness. It's emotional exhaustion, mental fatigue, hormonal imbalance, psychological overload. When your mind is under constant pressure, worrying, overthinking, people-pleasing, just surviving, your body stays in a low-grade state of stress, even while you sleep. And here's the truth no one tells you. Sleep is not the same as recovery. You can sleep 8, 10, even 12 hours. But if your brain never reaches deep, restorative rest, if it never exits survival mode, you'll wake up feeling like you didn't sleep at all. Let's call this what it really is. You're tired because you're emotionally drained. You're foggy because your nervous system is dysregulated. You feel weak because your body is compensating for mental overload. You feel broken because no one ever explained this to you. Invisible burnout. And the cruelest part? This kind of fatigue doesn't show up on lab tests. You go to the doctor and they say, everything looks normal. You Google your symptoms and find nothing helpful. So you start to think maybe it's all in your head. Maybe you really are the problem. But I'm here to tell you, you are not the problem. This exhaustion, this slow, aching fog you carry every morning, is your body's way of begging you to stop pretending everything's fine. It's a silent scream, a message that your soul is tired, that your mind is bent on for too long, that your emotions haven't had room to breathe, that your life has become something you endure instead of live. So before we dive into the science of what's happening in your brain and hormones, I want you to hear this. Purple circle if you wake up tired even after sleeping. You are not lazy. Purple circle if your mornings feel like a mountain to climb. You are not weak. Purple circle if your energy runs out before the day even starts. You are not broken. You are burned out on the inside. You are surviving in silence. You are carrying more than anyone sees. And above all, you are not alone. What happens in the brain, the scientific reason behind waking up exhausted. Waking up tired isn't just an emotional mystery. It's a neurological, hormonal, and psychological phenomenon. And when it comes to women's mental health, all of it becomes even more intense. Let's start with the brain. During a healthy night of sleep, your brain cycles through stages: light sleep, deep sleep, REM and NREM, and restorative sleep. It's during the deep cycles that the brain processes emotions and memories. regulates neurotransmitters, releases healing hormones, performs a neurological cleanup via the lymphatic system. But when you live under chronic stress, anxiety, or depression, this cycle gets disrupted. Your body may be lying in bed, but your brain is not truly resting. It stays in a state of hypervigilance. Brain the amygdala, stuck on high alert. The amygdala is the brain's emotional alarm center. In women with depression or emotional overload, this area becomes hyperactive even during sleep. The result? Your sleep stays shallow. Your body rests poorly. You wake up with your fight or flight system still activated. Counterclockwise arrows button the HPA axis. Stress without pause. The HPA axis, hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, controls your stress response. When you're constantly in survival mode, this axis becomes dysregulated. Even while you sleep, your body continues producing cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol at night disrupts deep sleep cycles, elevates heart rate, triggers restless dreams or nightmares, prevents melatonin, the sleep hormone, from doing its job. The result, your body never fully powers down and your mind wakes up already worn out. Test tube serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, the energy trifecta. These three brain chemicals directly affect your mood, drive, and energy upon waking. Low serotonin, morning sadness, emptiness. Low dopamine, no motivation to get up, emotional numbness. Imbalance in norepinephrine, constant fatigue, even without physical effort. When these neurotransmitters are depleted, as they often are in mild to moderate depression, your body simply can't recharge. Repeat button unprocessed emotions equals unfinished emotional sleep. Science shows that unprocessed emotions interfere with sleep quality. If you want a bed with swallowed anger, buried sadness, silent anxiety, racing thoughts you couldn't stop, your brain stayed busy processing it all while you slept. There was no true rest, no reset. It's like your eyes were closed, but your brain was still working overtime. Light bulb in summary. You're not waking up tired because you slept wrong. You're waking up tired because your mind never had the chance to truly rest. Your body went to bed, but your nervous system stayed awake. And this has a reason, a root cause, and most importantly, a way out. The story no one sees, living exhausted in silence. Imagine you're carrying a backpack. At first, it's light. You barely notice. But every day, someone adds something inside. An expectation, a demand, a fear, a feeling you didn't express. One day, the backpack is so heavy that you begin to move slower. But still, you keep going. Because you think you're supposed to. Because you think everyone lives like this. Because you believe there's no other way. That is the metaphor of a woman who wakes up tired every day, even after sleeping. She's carrying emotional weight that has been building for years. Let me tell you about Laura. Laura is 42 years old, a mother of two, with a stable job and an always full schedule. She takes care of everything: deadlines, meals, laundry, everyone else's pain, except her own. Over the past few months, Laura started noticing something strange. Even going to bed at 10 p.m., she woke up feeling like she had been hit by an emotional truck. She showered in autopilot, put on makeup with a blank stare, drove without remembering the route, got to work, smiled, but everything hurt on the inside. She said, "I'm just tired, that's all." But no one saw what was behind that tiredness. Repeat button Laura was in an invisible loop, sleeping physically, but not emotionally. Living with mental exhaustion no test could detect. Not allowing herself to feel, pause, or fall apart. Until her body started screaming what her mouth could not. She began to experience unexplained back pain, hair loss, heart palpitations in the morning, crying for no reason, feeling like she was floating outside her body. "Still," she said, "it's just stress. It'll pass." That's the danger of silent emotional exhaustion. It hides in plain sight until it breaks you. And here's the cruel part. Society praises women like this. Women who handle it all. Women who stay strong. Women who never stop. But being strong every single day without pause makes you sick. If you see yourself in Laura, if your body wakes up drained despite full nights of sleep, if your heart is in survival mode, not living mode, backhand index pointing you need to know. This has consequences. Red triangle pointed down, you lose your joy. Red triangle pointed down, you live on autopilot. Red triangle pointed down, your immune system weakens. Red triangle pointed down, your emotions go numb. Red triangle pointed down, your relationships fade. Red triangle pointed down, your self-esteem collapses. And it all begins with one phrase repeated every morning. It's just tiredness. But it's not. It's not laziness. It's not drama. It's not weakness. It's chronic emotional exhaustion. It's your mind's silent cry for real rest. It's your soul whispering, "I exist. Please listen to me." Backhand index pointing in the next topic, we'll talk about how to break the cycle. How to restore your energy for real. How to wake up feeling alive again. Because yes, it is possible. How to break the cycle of exhaustion and wake up rested again. If you saw yourself in everything we've shared so far, if you wake up tired even after a full night of sleep, live on autopilot, and feel like your soul is running on fumes, then know this: there is a way out. And it doesn't begin with coffee, supplements, or some miracle routine. It begins with awareness. With this simple, powerful act of saying, "I can't keep living like this." Hammer and wrench step 1. Understand what your body is asking for. Your body doesn't need more effort. It needs restoration. And for that, you need 3 types of rest. 1. Physical rest, but not just sleep. Gentle stretching when you wake up. Warm, mindful showers. Lying down for 10 minutes without screens, sound, or stimulation. Avoiding screens at least 1 hour before bed. 2. Emotional rest, the most overlooked. Letting yourself cry when you need to. Saying no without guilt. Writing feelings with no filter. Talking to someone safe, and if that's a therapist, even better. 3. Mental rest. 10-minute guided meditations. Conscious silence during the day. Writing 3 things you're grateful for each night. Cyclone Step 2. Regulate your nervous system. Remember, chronic tiredness comes from a nervous system that won't turn off. Every day, you must send your body this message. You're safe now. How? Deep belly breathing. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Gentle hand over your heart. Visualizing a calm place. Listening to slow, steady music. Nothing emotionally intense. All of this tells your nervous system you can leave survival mode. Herb Step 3. Create a soul-centered sleep ritual. Melatonin, serotonin, dopamine, they all depend on rhythm. Build a nighttime ritual with intention. Same sleep and wake time every day, even weekends. Cool, dark, screen-free bedroom. No phone by the bed. Whisper affirmations like, I allow myself to rest. My body deserves to pause. Sleep is my right, not a reward. Signs that you're starting to heal. You wake up and don't hate the alarm. You want to open the curtains and see the sky. You stop blaming your body for being tired. You feel a quiet space opening inside you. You wake up thinking, today, I can. Now close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs with lightness. Imagine yourself in a peaceful forest. The ground is soft. The air is fresh. You lie down under a tree and, for the first time in a long time, you feel safe. Your body relaxes. Your mind goes quiet. Your heart slows down. You don't need to be strong right now. You just need to allow yourself to rest. Tomorrow, you'll wake up different. Because today, you finally listened to what your soul was trying to say. If this message touched you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to our channel. Here, you're never alone. See you in the next video. Blue Heart.